Okay, this is John Bushka. I want to record directly onto YouTube the last 5 minutes or so, the Toginet radio interview that I just linked to last week. And mainly the discussion of the Rosenfels and the polarities. And I'll get to it.
Greetings, iUniverse. This is Jay.
One that's from the village in English.
Sir, where do we get copies of this?
You right now you order it, and you can go on to Amazon and order it. And I am developing a new website to order it more directly. I don't really have it working quite yet, but the easiest place is to go on to Amazon, to Barnes and Noble, or to go on to iUniverse itself. You can order it from iUniverse itself.
Very good.
I do have.
Yes.
You contact me, but the easiest way is to do it, and we are working on getting it back into bookstores. I wanted to mention one other thing that I was trying to pull out of my mind before, that is the chapter 7 in this book called Narcissism, Affiliation, and Polarity. The polarity theory, which was invented by a psychotherapist named Paul Rosenfels in New York in the 1970s. It turns out his theory really is pretty much the same as what Tolan White says today about reality and everything. His theory is that you can be of a biological gender and publicly simply live according to your born and live the way you want to in terms of your own internal psychological growth. And you can be a masculine man physically and be psychologically feminine, which I guess I would be, or you could be psychologically, you could be a woman and still be psychologically masculine. And you can also be objective or subjective. There were other categories in which aren't genders, but they're in which personality characteristics get separated on. But this was for personal growth. This was not for activism, which is the difference. So his theory back in the 1970s, and he taught the theory at a place called the 9th Street Center on East 9th Street in the East Village. And I attended that for some time, for a couple of years. It did get some traction in the 1970s. It sort of has gotten forgotten. Or it's one of those things that's now coming back, and the writings of people, I would say, like Tolan White and so forth, they're talking about the science of sex and are trying to parse gender from trying to get the facts right. You can be what you want as a person and still not need to go through changing your appearance publicly just to please other people in public. Now that theory runs into the question about, what about the draft? Right now, women don't have to register for the draft. And so it's not a perfect theory, but it is, I think, a reasonably effective answer to some of the controversies that are going on today. That's chapter 7 in that book. I wanted to mention that.
Well, very good.
And one of the other big topics besides Bill of Rights too, and then dealing with calamity when it happens. We know we may have to deal with climate change. That may lead to questions about personal liberty in the future, being able to go where you want to, just like COVID did. And just like after 9/11, remember, there was a lot of talk about personal responsibility or personal liberty and terrorism and, restraining it. There was talk of bringing back the draft then, or some people wanted to. Some people even saw that as an answer to Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which is Charles Moscow. I wanted to impress that point on you. That's in the second book, Charles Moscow's comment to me. He was the author of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and originally made that argument about privacy in the barracks, and then he said we should drop that and have a draft again, and this time gays will be welcome. We can't afford to fool around with this after an incident like 9/11. Now, he actually said that to me one time.
Incredible.
I wanted to make that everything.
All right, listeners, you can get a copy of this Do Ask, Do Tell.